Hi guys, today we're at the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary here in Arizona. This is one of my best friends, Mr. Storm the chicken that was saved from being animal food. Now he just lives here and has a good time. But we aren't going to be talking about chickens today. We're going to be talking about otters, and we're going to meet Mr. Chow, the Asian Small Clawed Otter, and see if otters make good pets. So come along and hope you enjoy. Good morning. I just got to work and it's time to bring Mr. Chow outside so he could spend the day in his bigger enclosure out there. You ready to go outside? All right, come on. Chow does like to go on walks outside, but he doesn't really like to wear a leash, so we kind of just have to make sure we follow him. But we are walking outside. This is our backyard area, and he knows where his enclosure is. Come on, stop being itchy. Good morning, Renty. She's our grumpy raccoon. Alright, let's head in. A bit of a drink first. Ooh. Gotta check his blankets and make sure there's no scorpions. Take out the water bowl or food dish. And it is all ready for Mr. Chow and Scruff to go in. That little tongue. The morning attack. Mr. Chow's enclosure has this nice big area that he can go swim in, a nice outdoor hammock that he can lay in, and of course this cute little tiny house for him. So otters are a part of the mustelid family, which include other animals like ferrets, minks, stoats, weasels, of course other species of otter like the sea otter. And the Asian Small Clawed Otter is actually the smallest species of otter. So being an animal that really enjoys other otters' company, we have to make sure that he gets a good amount of socialization. So the staff here at the sanctuary make sure to interact with him multiple times a day, and he does have another animal that lives in here with him. So this is Scruff. You might have seen him in our previous video about possums and whether they make good pets, but Scruff and Mr. Chow have become really good friends. I raised Scruff since when he was little, and Mr. Chow kind of just imprinted on him pretty quickly, and they became pretty good friends. Like you might have noticed in our other video, the possums don't get rabies and they can't get Lyme disease, and they're really good at eating scorpions, so he kind of protects Mr. Chow when it comes to the scorpions that might live outside here. Otters spend a lot of their day sleeping, so he's most active in the morning between like 6 and 8 a.m. and most cuddly around 6 to 8 p.m. And that's the times he's going to interact the most, want to play, and you can see that he is grooming himself right now. So they do a pretty good job at making sure all of their fur is nice and clean. Otter paws are much different than, oh, big yawn, are much different than the pads you would see on a cat or a dog. Their foot is pretty much all skin, so that way they have good traction out of the water and in the water, and they are able to grip stuff with their hands. They do a very good job at holding rocks under the water, holding food while they eat it. So they need a little bit more grip than a dog or cat would when it comes to their hands. Also, if you look at the little paws, you can see those tiny little claws, and that's where they get their name from, the Asian Small Clawed Otter or Oriental Small Clawed Otter. And they are the smallest of the otter species. Oh, Chow. Oh, so this is Chow's play bites. So you can see that he has pretty big teeth, and this can hurt. So it does feel like a puppy playing or a puppy biting. So he knows that I will play rough with him, so he bites me pretty hard. I used to have ferrets, so this kind of play doesn't really bother me too much. But if he does get a good grip on my skin or my hand, it can hurt pretty bad. So I got to make sure he's not biting me too hard, and if he is, I just say, hey, be gentle, and he usually listens to me. But so if you're going to consider an otter for a pet, they do bite pretty hard, and you have to be careful about things like rabies and other diseases that you might come across if you let them bite you like this. Huh, Chow. Chow does have his shot, so he's good. Oh, look at those teeth. Oh, yep. He still wants to play. He has also been known to break bracelets like the ones I am wearing and shatter them everywhere. But they do like to play. Mr. Scruff, who lives in here with Chow, doesn't really like to play as much, so Chow relies on us humans to be his go-to playmates. And just so you guys know, I'm like sitting on this tiny little thing getting this video for you, so hope you enjoy it. Yes, yes. Otters can be litter box trained, but for the most part, they kind of like to go to the bathroom wherever they want to. And it's really funny when they go pee because they do this little otter pee-pee dance. Yep, they dance with their little feet, and they usually yawn when they go to the bathrooms. When they do go to the bathroom, it can be quite fragrant. So if you mop your floors or take off your shoes, that can mean that the otter smells a new smell and wants to cover it with their own. So they often go to the bathroom on the floor, even if they're litter box trained. Even though he's a wild animal, he is pretty affectionate, so he does like my attention, especially since I have known him for about his whole life. I met him when he was about 1 year old, huh, Chow? He decided to attack me during the video. Ow. Ow. Sometimes he'll pull off my hair ties and steal them. But he tries to go for the back of my hand because he knows I don't have any defense back there, especially when I'm filming. So I hold his face, and then that's his defenseless position. Otters love to swim and play in the water. This is also really helpful to keep their nice toe pads from getting really dry or their nose from getting too crusty, and also to help them produce oils in their fur that helps keep them a little bit more dry. Otters have a ton of fur, so they have very thick fur to keep them nice and warm when they're in colder water, especially the sea otters. I'm gonna go in there.
Oh, okay. He's right there. He's waiting. He knows it's lunchtime. You gotta stay in. You gotta stay in. There he is.
What are you eating?
He's eating chicken. He loves the chicken.
Yeah, raw chicken. They're obligate carnivores, so all they can process is meat. So they have to eat. They like to dunk it in the water sometimes. Yeah, chicken.
He's got the cutest little face.
Yeah. The most mischievous little face.
What's his name? Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow. So he's an Asian Small Clawed Otter. They're the smallest of the otter species.
Look at that grip.
Mr. Chow. You have the cutest little teeth. Like.
So otters do make a lot of noises to communicate. This helps them tell other otters in their family that, hey, I like something, hey, I don't like something. Chow is the same way, so this is some nice, oh, I like the pet sounds, but he does have some sounds that are when he is angry or when he is trying to get your attention. So over time, it's easy to learn these sounds and try to see what they are wanting from you. Here is a sound from when Mr. Chow is trying to get my attention. Chow says he hopes you enjoyed our video, and until the next animal adventure, love the planet and rattle on. Bye guys.